humans are shaped to hold on to the first impressions. We naturally tend to latch on the first thing we notice about a person. According to the famous psychologist Frank Schubb, people make snap judgments in terms of confidence and worthiness based on the first impressions. It construes that once we make a spontaneous judgment, everything else gets filtered through that lens. So when we give a bad impression, it becomes exhausting to recover from it. Seems a little unfair, doesn't it? But hey, you can always invest time on yourself to imprint your best version whenever you go out. It simply starts by imagining the kind of person you want others to remember you as. So stick with us to learn how to manifest that energy. However, there are a few easy things to keep in mind to ace your first impressions. Number 1. Stick to the time. You might think that your first impression starts when you start speaking, but this is where you're wrong, my friend. Your first impression starts the very moment someone notices you. Being punctual displays the sense of responsibility in a person. People who can't stick to the time frame are subjected to criticism and disapproval. The famous entrepreneur Thor Muller says, "In an industrial society, we need things to work like clockwork." I'll make it simple for you. You need to prepare early for events such as an interview or first day at the office. Calculate the time you need to reach a certain place, and don't forget to add in extra time for traffic jams. Make sure you don't keep people waiting. After all, no one, absolutely no one loves a latecomer. Number 2. Put a broad smile on. We humans possess the ability to project our emotions on other individuals. No wonder we like being around people who emit positivity. If you're trying to make a good impression, the burden of keeping the conversation light falls on you. Louis Armstrong, the legendary vocalist, once said, "When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you." Being a human, it's only natural to make judgments based on other people's facial expressions. It's no surprise having a happy face can have a dramatic effect on others. They are more likely to agree with you if you're polite and pleasant to be around. So, if you come across an intimidating person, smile your way through it. Number 3. Non-verbal cues. There are messages that can be conveyed without words. People note down characteristics about your personality by your gestures subconsciously. However, most people aren't aware of the influence they can make by working on their non-verbal cues. There are a handful of things to keep in mind before presenting yourself. First, your appearance matters. Whether you like it or not, your appearance makes a statement. People make snap judgments based on your looks. Make sure you dress well. And it's not about wearing expensive clothes, but putting an effort in your appearance. Dressing according to the occasion is crucial to fit in. Second, groom yourself. It is all about looking clean. Get a nice haircut, comb your hair, use a subtle perfume. And it not only boosts your self-confidence, but revitalizes the energy of your body. Learn to take pride in your appearance. Third, body language. If you're constantly slouching, it subconsciously sends a message that you're not confident or you don't believe in yourself. So, keep your shoulders up and tight, and you will see for yourself how confident and welcoming you have become within seconds. Let your posture sell the best version of you. Fourth, eye contact. It might not come off easy for everyone, but relax. Making an eye contact is not about staring into someone's soul. So start by making eye contact only when you're introducing yourself. And if there is more than one person in the room, try not to fixate on any one of them. Fourth, don't use your hands. Many people can't control the gesture of their hands while talking. All I'm saying is don't let your hands float like a butterfly when you talk. Instead, you can let them rest on your lap. Number 4, be a good listener. You have to understand that the conversation is not all about you. Give a chance to others to mouth their word. Everyone likes an accomplice who pays undivided attention to what they say, but learn to match your sense of response with the emotions conveyed by the person. It develops a sense of understanding and a safe place. As Maya Angelou emphasized, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Your first impression definitely depends on how interestingly you put yourself in front of others, but a large part of it depends on how the other person felt and picked up from the conversation. And that's where being a good listener helps. Now let's see our final point, number 5, respect and gratitude. The amount of respect that you receive highly depends on the amount of respect that you offer. How you treat people around you shows a lot about your character. For example, if you are out for dinner, make sure you show gratitude and respect towards the waiting staff and not just your date. Pride comes before fall. You have to be concerned about how other people are affected by your words. Keep your voice and words crisp and clear, not loud and condescending. Because a person who knows his boundaries and does not invade other people's privacy is always cherished. Be open to new ideas in a conversation and learn to disagree politely and gracefully without putting the other person down. We live in a society where attributes connected to your first impression are pervasive. We hope you meet people who are understanding enough to not take your first impression as the only version of you, but life doesn't shower second chances. So buckle up and try to carry your best behavior whenever you go out.